The stage is set for absolute chaos in Elbaf, and the early spoilers for the upcoming One Piece chapter 1177 are pointing to some massive, world-altering developments. The Straw Hats are finally being forced to unleash their true power, but while new abilities and epic battles are on the horizon, the biggest question is this: will this be the chapter where Usopp, in the land of brave warriors, finally lives up to his lifelong dream? Today, we're breaking down the incredible early spoilers for chapter 1177, which is officially set to release on March 23rd, 2026. We'll be diving into Chopper's shocking new impact on the battle, the masterclass in teamwork that brings down a God Knight, and a heroic, defining moment for Usopp that sets the stage for the final war. And of course, a massive spoiler warning is in effect. If you are not caught up with the latest events of the One Piece manga, I highly suggest you click away now. For the rest of you, let's get into it. The chapter, reportedly titled Furious, opens with Zoro's group in a desperate fight against the army of giants controlled by Imu's Domi Reversi curse. But just when things look grim, Oda throws a curveball that completely changes the game. Chopper, in his colossal Monster Point form, joins the battle and lands a powerful blow on one of the corrupted giants. And then, something impossible happens. The giant doesn't just fall, it reverts to normal. The dark, demonic features of the curse just vanish. This is a huge development. The other Straw Hats and giants are left completely stunned, wondering how Chopper pulled it off. This wasn't just a strong attack. It looks like a brand new, previously unseen effect of his power. The hit itself seems to have acted as a cure, which immediately makes you think of the last chapter. We saw Dory and Broggy revert to normal only after killing their demonic forms by striking each other down. It was established that defeating the curse itself was the key, and it seems Chopper has found a direct, non-lethal way to do it. So, what does this actually mean? We might be witnessing a fundamental evolution of Chopper's Devil Fruit. The human fruit has always been about bringing out a human aspect, but what if its true potential lies in restoring the natural state of living beings? Could this be a form of purification, a reversal ability that directly counters Imu's mind-bending curse? For years, Chopper's dream has been to become a doctor who can cure any disease. What if the ultimate expression of that dream isn't a medicine, but an innate power to cure afflictions that defy science? This moment elevates Chopper from the crew's doctor to a potential secret weapon against the world government's most insidious powers. Now, let's talk about Sanji's group, because while Chopper is pulling off medical miracles, they're busy achieving the impossible, defeating a God Knight. The battle against St. Killingham has been a tough one, mostly because the Holy Knight seemed untouchable with his regenerative abilities. But in chapter 1177, the crew proves they don't need to match his immortality to win. They use a brilliant, strategic takedown that is pure Straw Hat synergy. According to the spoilers, Sanji, Jinbe, and Franky coordinate flawlessly to restrain Killingham. They manage to immobilize him in a way that completely nullifies his regeneration, leaving him screaming in agony. This is a tactical victory of the highest order. With his body parts separated and held down, Killingham is rendered helpless. He can't regenerate, and he's taken out of the fight not by brute force alone, but by clever teamwork. This is a massive turning point. It's the first confirmed defeat of a God Knight, the supposedly ultimate guards of the world nobles. It proves they are not invincible. This victory, achieved by Sanji, Jinbe, and Franky, is a testament to their strength as a unit, and sends a clear message to the world government. The commanders of the Pirate King are not to be trifled with. The only question now is how long their restraints will hold, but for now, it's a monumental win. And that brings us to the emotional heart of the chapter, a moment that will go down in One Piece history for Usopp. After meeting up with Brook, the two come face to face with the ultimate enemy, Imu. As you might expect, they are swiftly and decisively beaten down by the ruler of the world, to the sniper of the Straw Hat Pirates, and now, the man who stands before a god and calls him out. Fueled by pure courage, Usopp raises his weapon and launches a massive explosive attack directly at Imu. For a split second, the battlefield erupts into chaos. The explosion lights up the sky, but Imu doesn't even flinch. In an instant, he disappears. And before anyone can react, Imu reappears directly in front of Usopp. What follows is a massive blast that shakes the entire battlefield. Smoke fills the air, debris rains down across Elbaf, and when the dust finally settles, Usopp and Brook are lying on the ground, both of them unconscious, defeated. But something important happened in that moment. Usopp didn't run, he didn't hide, he didn't make excuses. He stood his ground as a true warrior of the sea. And even more importantly, Usopp became the first person in the entire series to directly confront IMU, the hidden ruler of the world, the tyrant sitting on the empty throne. That alone is a victory. Because bravery isn't about winning every battle. Sometimes bravery means standing up, even when you know you're going to lose. And that moment, that defiance, will echo throughout the entire world. But the chapter isn't finished yet, because what happens next changes everything. Moments later, Luffy arrives, and the first thing he sees is Usopp and Brook, both lying on the ground, his crewmates, his friends. And the spoilers make one thing very clear. The emotion washing over Luffy is not his usual anger. This isn't the loud, explosive rage we've seen before. This is something much colder, much darker, the kind of fury Luffy only feels when someone has truly hurt the people he cares about. For a moment, the entire battlefield becomes silent. Everyone can feel it. The atmosphere itself changes. And standing there, above the fallen Straw Hats, IMU speaks. At that exact moment, another figure arrives. Prince Loki of Elbaf. Now both Loki and Luffy stand before the ruler of the world, and IMU delivers a chilling ultimatum, a declaration that could change the fate of the entire planet. He looks at them and says, Nika, and Nidhogg. Then he continues, choose, give up or die. And then comes the line that sends chills down everyone's spine. This battle will divide the world. And that is where the chapter ends. No break next week. Oda has officially set the stage. The smaller fights are over. The side battles are done. Everything has now merged into the main event. This is no longer just a battle for Elbaf. This is the moment where the final war truly begins. Luffy, pushed beyond his breaking point, is now standing face to face with the greatest enemy in the entire world. The long-awaited confrontation is about to begin. And if this moment is only the beginning, then the next chapters might completely change the future of One Piece forever. But now I want to hear your thoughts. Do you think this was Usopp's greatest moment in the entire series? Did Oda just complete Usopp's dream of becoming a brave warrior of the sea? And what do you think will happen next when Luffy finally faces IMU? Let me know your theory down in the comments. And if you enjoy deep One Piece breakdowns, theories, and chapter analyses like this, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and join the crew. Because the final saga of One Piece is only getting started. And trust me, the biggest revelations are still ahead.